9323. Call right now. 800-597-9323.
Let's be honest. Wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581.
1, 2, 3, now we're playing with the big boys. Gonna take it to the street, now we're gonna make a big noise. Gonna climb so high, now we're rising up. Are you ready now? Turn it up.
Hey, what's up?
Hello. Happy Thursday, everyone.
Yeah, happy gloomy, stormy Thursday. What is up?
No idea.
Guys, I'm so excited to be back. I was just telling Kim, it feels like it's been like a month.
I know, it has felt like a really long time.
I think because Memorial Weekend is a long weekend.
Well, I guess, yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. Probably.
I mean, I know like because y'all do shift work, it's not like super different for you guys.
It's not.
That's
it was a long week for me because I redid my cabinets.
Yes. Oh my gosh, guys, you'll have to go to her own Facebook page and you have to see her cabinets.
I learned a lot. So when I go to do the top, I've got
I'm excited.
Some tricks now.
They look so good.
They do. I'm really happy with how they turned out.
Yes. I'm jealous because I've been wanting to redo mine for way too long. Yes. Okay, so you're here with us. Hi, T, Kim and Alyssa. Yes. And hey, what's in our cups tonight?
It's the summer of sweet tea.
I love it.
Just some regular old sweet tea.
Good old sweet tea. That is the bomb.
Yes.
So tonight we thought we would discuss all this psychotic weather.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, the weather that we've been having, just
rain
rain chances every day,
Yes.
day after day. The ground is so saturated,
Yes.
like it's flooding everywhere.
Oh my gosh. Like
know.
all the lakes are shutting down.
Because you can't get into them
I
because they're
know.
so full.
It's wild. And
It
then
is.
I think I saw on one news, it said something about like 78 or plus tornadoes all
In
over.
the
Not just in
state?
Texas,
Oh,
but
okay.
like spanned over,
over.
I guess. But holy crap.
Yeah.
Some of
that's
the
a lot.
TikToks I've seen, guys, woo,
Yeah.
that's insane. Guys, if you are listening, it looks like Clint's on. Aunt Mimi Sherry is on, my aunt. Y'all let us know what's in your cup, what you drinking, what you sipping on. I'm loving the iced tea. It's just it's hitting
refreshing.
the spot. It is refreshing. And y'all, I know some of y'all like that Chicken Express super sugary tea. I do not. Kim nailed it. Perfect amount of sugar. Very picky.
I like not to. So when I do go to Chicken Express, which is not often, but I always ask for half sweet, half non-sweet.
Yes.
And even still, sometimes it can be depending on the time of day, because
Yes.
like the later in the day it gets, like all the sugar has settled.
Yes, it
I'm
does.
just eating sugar at that point.
Oh yeah, and then you get all skitzed out.
Yeah.
So what I did read, as far as, yes, we had all this crazy weather in Texas. Power outages as of 7 a.m. today was 500,000
Still
people are out
So
of
when
power.
I was taking my notes yesterday, after yesterday's storms blew through,
Mhm.
between Monday and Tuesday, there was 750,000 people in Texas without power, and 400,000 of them were in Dallas County.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're hoping it'll be back on by Friday.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, my cousin Katie, her power's been out for, I think, almost 2 days now.
Yeah,
And she's like, it's just crazy.
yeah.
I mean, our power goes out when a little bit of wind blows, but when a really bad storm comes through, nothing.
So what are your tips for when your power goes out?
So my tips that I kind of researched and kind of me and Clint kind of talk through that is, first and foremost, you get plenty of water.
Mhm.
Somebody actually said, fill up your bathtub.
Well, that's I've seen people who, when it's really cold, like when we've had these like deep
Yeah.
freezes, people will do that in case their water gets shut off. They can
Yes.
fill up their toilet tank.
Yes.
That's what my folks always told me to do, was
Yes.
in case you're not going to have any water, at least you can flush your toilet. I'm like, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. The other thing, power outages was, I always tell the boys, when storms start to even happen before our power goes out, unplug stuff, because you can get power surges and
Oh, okay.
it can cause like device, like your stuff to, I guess, mess up.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's always been this weird thing. And honestly, I never really did research about it, but I was like, unplug everything, get off devices, don't be on
Mhm.
things that are plugged into the house.
Mhm.
So like Xboxes, TVs, stuff like that. We're like, turn it off, unplug it, just for
Hmm.
the sake of causing damage. I don't know.
Okay.
That may be weird. I don't know.
I've never heard that.
Oh, Sherry's was out for 3 hours.
Oh,
How did you
you're one of the lucky
survive?
ones.
Hey, I think as long as she has wine, she is
Ours
good.
flickered,
Okay.
and the kids were on the Xbox, and the Xbox shut down like it's supposed to.
Okay.
And then the internet didn't come right back on.
Mm.
But apparently it like follows me around in the house, because my show was working just fine. I was sitting in my bedroom and Netflix was working just fine for me. And the kids are
Way
like,
to
Mom,
go.
the internet.
Way to
And
go,
I'm like,
Netflix.
hold on, let me reset the router. Keep your pants on.
That's when I look at the kids and go, what?
Yeah.
What's
My
your
husband's like, the
problem?
internet like follows you around. And I'm like, I'm special.
I am
What can I say?
yes, that is amazing. The other thing is, someone said, make sure you write down important things on paper, because if you get to a point and your power's been out for so long, you can't charge devices,
Mhm.
then you got to have ways to get a hold of people.
Mhm.
I mean, we have a landline, of course. I know, not many people have it.
I love it that you're like, we have a landline. Do you also have a rotary phone?
I thought about it just to stress out my kids and to teach them a darn thing or two. And then, yeah, obviously don't use your stove or oven.
Well, if
Keep
your power, I guess if you have gas, you
Yeah.
can. I was like,
And
you can't use
then
your stove.
make sure if your fridges and freezers, like, keep the doors
The
closed. Don't
clothes,
keep
yeah,
opening them and using them.
yeah.
I think that was it. Oh, the other big thing. Okay. So I am a generator ignorant person.
Okay.
I don't know a lot about generators. I know people use them.
Yeah.
But I did do some reading, and I guess I know this is really embarrassing that at 42 years old, I didn't think about the carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah.
So, and now I have a little mini story real quick. We were at the NASCAR races once, years and years ago. And I remember being in all those RVs
Mhm.
and I wasn't feeling well. And
Mhm.
now,
Because you're walking into all those fumes.
yeah,
Mhm.
42 years old. I'm like, oh,
Isn't it weird how
duh.
like something clicks like years later?
Yes. I'm like, oh, that's why I was like
That's
tired
why I felt
and
like crap.
I did not, I couldn't figure it out. I was like, look, I'm not drunk. I'm not like
Yeah.
hungover, but I feel bad.
Yeah. Well, you hear, especially like when we had those deep freezes, like you heard people they didn't want to go outside and have to mess with the generator. So they'd like put it in a garage or in a house and they'd end up getting carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah.
It's just.
Now that's what people do. Oh, excuse me.
She's chewing ice and spitting it everywhere.
I don't know why I would choose now on the radio to chew a piece of ice. My bad, guys.
That's what that crunching sound was.
Yep. Sorry. It's a bad habit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how people obviously end their own lives in garages, right?
Yeah.
Because from the carbon. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to go down that dark hole.
Dark.
I
know we're talking about the dark, but damn.
Jeez, Alyssa. Reel it back in. But yeah, so the generators, and then my cousin bought one today, and I also learned this listening to her on the phone is to make sure you properly fuel it, and properly store it, and then make sure you're not plugging in extension cords longer than so many feet, and make sure they're not like loose or dragging in an area where there could be flooding and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that was all new information for me.
Yeah. Our big
sure.
things are we know where the flashlights are.
Yes.
In the house.
Yes.
Everybody's got one in their nightstand drawer. We have
Yes.
some in the drawers in the kitchen table. We just need to make sure we know where those things are. Now we have a like a charger that we can plug things into that's solar.
Yes.
That we take when we go camping so we can charge
I know.
our
I
devices.
saw that little nifty doodad. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, you can just flip it out on your dashboard while you're driving or whatever, and it powers it. It charges itself, and you can charge your devices off of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The flashlights is a big thing. I love the little lanterns. You know, every room has one. So yeah. But you know, we just don't ever lose.
We have been fortunate at our house to not be gone days without power.
Yeah.
Now it's been.
Did y'all lose it during Snowmageddon?
We did the first round, the very
round.
first one. And what was that? 2021.
Yeah.
I think, it was every 2 hours, it would go off for a half hour.
Oh,
and then it would come back on. So it was cycling where we were. But like my sister, when she lived in Arlington at the time, hers went out and it never came back.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So my dad ended up driving to Arlington and picking up her and the kids and the dog and bringing them back to my house.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I never realized how the transformers are, how they're set up, because like my street, we lost it for about 13 hours during that time frame. But then like some friends of ours that lived literally at the T,
they're on a different grid.
And so they lost it for like 5 to 7 days. And I was like, what in the world?
Yeah.
Power
outage can be a big deal.
Yeah. And guys, if excuse me, if anybody you know has lost power, be reaching out to them, because people get really discouraged.
And they do. And I know there are some things like up in, I want to say, Denton County, Collin County, where they had on Saturday that big EF3 tornado.
Yeah.
That thing was on the ground for nearly 50 miles. Wow. It destroyed a lot of things. 7 people lost their lives. The places there are Red Cross centers, you know, and I know that most cities have community centers, especially with people who have lost power for a long time. They can actually go to like the rec center or whatever and charge your stuff or shower or whatever. They've got those resources available to you. And I believe you can call 311. I think there is like in any city is like your local information hub. I'll have to double check that and let you guys know.
Gonna apologize now to everyone listening. I've had some sort of congestion. I've been coughing. It's annoying. It's been getting on my own nerves. I like have to yell at myself. I'm gonna try to like keep it to a minimum.
As she coughs again.
As I cough again. But yeah, like let your friends come take showers. I mean, my shower's open if anybody needs it.
Yeah. I don't think we didn't lose. We were actually on the lighter end. I mean, I know it got windy here. We lost a few, I say branches. They're bigger than sticks, but they're not as big as limbs.
they're not
off
the
of
whole
our
tree.
off of our big maple in the back. But that happens like every storm. We lose 2 or 3. But it's a good thing that we had a couple of years ago, we had to cut down a tree, because it would have been when the wind would come it would push on the back porch.
Oh.
And so we had somebody come out and look at it, and he was like, if it was my house, I would cut it down.
Mhm.
And we were like, okay, cut it down.
I think every day Clint hopes that the weather will tear down our Bradford pear because, yeah, it needs to
Well,
go.
we lost that big one in the middle.
Yes.
Like it just there was not a storm. It was not even super windy. And Brandon
Wild.
went out to work and was like, hey, come here and look at this. And there was just a big old limb laying in the driveway. And I was like, oh, and it was the big one right in the middle.
Yes.
So now it's like a cave in the top of the tree.
Sherry's calling me out. So you guys, I went to New Braunfels this past weekend and got to go to Green Hall, and that was amazing, super fun, very sweaty. They don't have air conditioner.
No, it's like a barn.
Yeah. And that metal roof holds in
Quite a bit of heat.
yeah. But it was really special and it was really fun. And yeah. I rode the bike there with Clint. Almost died because of the heat stroke, burnt my arms to a crisp. So dumb, but that's okay. I made it. Called my Uncle Guy. I was like, I did it. I feel like I deserve a badge of honor.
Yeah.
But no, I did not ride it back. That was too much. But yeah, excuse me. Where was I going with that? I don't even know. I don't even know.
I don't know.
But yeah, the trees, I mean, that's what I remember. Scrolling back. On the way to New Braunfels, we did see a mobile home, where they sell mobile homes.
Yeah.
Well, one of them had like been
Tipped over. Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And we saw, entire trees
Mm-hmm.
lifted, like uprooted.
So after I was watching the news, I guess Tuesday morning when all that stuff was coming through.
Yeah.
And me, I don't watch the news, but I have really bad storm anxiety.
Yes, you do.
It started when I was like 8 or 9 years old. Do you remember that tornado that tore up downtown Fort Worth?
Oh, I remember. So
my dad, being the Southern dad that he is, the sirens go off. So he has to go outside and look at the sky.
I do that.
So he goes out and I go out with him and I'm looking and the back of our house faced I-20.
Oh.
And we just like watched this tornado ride the highway down. And ever since then, I was like, nope, I'm fucking out. Like,
oh my
I'm not.
gosh.
So I have really bad storm anxiety. So I was watching the weather and making sure it wasn't going to get too bad here. And the aftermath of these storms, huge. I'm talking huge. These trees had to be hundreds of years old.
Oh,
We're just completely blocking residential streets in Dallas. Like,
oh my gosh.
Neighbors were out with chainsaws trying to cut them off. They were on cars. There was, on houses. It was
that
like
was
completely not like snapped, but like uprooted.
Yeah.
Like the whole root ball was still there. Like if you get enough people, you can just like tip it back over is what it would look like.
I'm pretty sure my mom was working in downtown when that happened. I think she was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never gotten to, and I say gotten to, y'all, because I'm like an adrenaline junkie. So I'm like, I've never gotten to see a tornado before. But I do have to throw a quick shout out. My little sister Chelsea is on. Hey girl, hey. People like with the storms, I am gonna throw them a little bone here. But if you have an RV and it got a little bit damaged, or you need something fixed on it, call We Get Around RV Repair. They are a new business, and I feel like they would.
I feel like a lot of people were out in their RVs because it was Memorial Day weekend.
Oh gosh. I think they went to Whitney and they were saying that it was taking an hour to get their boat in, an hour to get their boat out. So it was extremely really busy.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
I got to ride around in a really cool golf cart.
Yeah.
Till word to the wise. If you are in a town that you're allowed to drive the golf carts on the street, I believe you cannot be on a road that's over 35 miles per hour.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, well, I'm dumb and I didn't know that. We got pulled over. I mean, we got a warning.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Officer, I think his name was Cordova, maybe. I don't know. But he was really nice and he was like, you're on a street that's 50 and everybody's passing you. You are going to get killed.
Yeah. It's not smart. Get off the road in the golf cart.
I'm like, sorry, bye.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty funny. But we were watching the weather the whole time and seeing like where Sanger got hit and Valley View.
Valley View got tore up bad.
So bad. That gas station. Did you see that gas station?
That was scary.
Okay, so one of my friends, my friend Emma, her close friends Obviously, we all have that friend of a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
But they were stuck in that gas station, and it took them over an hour to get them
out. The roof collapsed in on them.
Yes.
They're in that same parking lot. I saw there was a guy in a 18-wheeler rig.
Mhm.
He had a trailer. He didn't have time to get out of his rig and into the thing. And he's like, he just had to buckle his seatbelt
That
and hold
gives
on.
me chills.
And it just like it tipped over, you know, but
Oh my
he had a
gosh.
dash cam video, like, and I saw it and I was just like, ooh, he was like, here we go. Here we
Saddle up.
fucking go.
I know. I feel like all Texans, like born and raised Texans, are like, giddy up, cowboys, let's go.
Yeah. No, that's not. I'm born and raised and I'm not like that.
I feel like you are Texan, but you have a Northerner's spirit about you.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think
I don't like storms. I'm good with like your garden variety thunderstorm.
Variety.
I can't talk, y'all.
I think your husband's made you a Northerner. I think you are a closet Yankee and you don't want to admit it.
Shut up, Alyssa.
Call her out, people. Call her out. If you guys need, I want to pass this along and we'll add it to the message.
Chat.
Yeah, the chat. If you are in distress, if your house has been destroyed, whatever,
Yes.
call the National Disaster Distress 1-800-985-5990. I did look that up because I was like,
Yeah.
people need to know
What
who
do
they
you
can
do?
call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a big thing my parents always told me was when bad weather starts coming in, put your shoes on.
I've heard that too.
And for a long time, I was like, why? And my
Mhm.
mom was like, well, she's like, if shit happens and we have to leave,
Yeah.
you don't want to be walking through debris without shoes on.
I put on a bra and my shoes because I'm like, I don't want to be the one
Mhm.
to walk out and all these
Bras and
firefighters.
teeth, people. Bras and teeth.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Let's see where we're at. Oh, we're doing good. Okay.
I think we had there was some pretty big hail in Tuesday's storm
Yeah, I
as
saw
well.
like big old marbles.
Yeah. Well, you remember last May we had that storm come through. You didn't get hail at your house.
Oh, but
I had
Yeah.
baseball size hail at our
wait,
house.
is that when you left and you went and took your kids to that hotel and that somewhere else?
No. That
Okay.
was another time.
Y'all.
This is how bad it is, y'all.
She's like, a storm's coming. We're just gonna drive 3 hours and go
I know.
stay far, far away.
We made a day of it. It was
You
an
really did, 'cause
educational
y'all-
day.
Yeah, y'all
and-
found a really cool place to
We
go.
did.
That was really cool.
But no, we had huge, and we live 10, 15 minutes apart, maybe. But it was baseball size hail, and it was so loud in my house.
Mhm.
And so my dad and Brandon are standing on the front porch.
Mm.
And then they had to come in because it was hitting the ground and shattering.
Oh,
And it was like coming up onto the porch. We got the
Mm.
kids out of their beds and put them in my bed. And then they were like, can we get under your bed? And I was like, yes.
oh, wow.
Because it sounded like it was going to come through the roof. I've never,
hey, I was scared in Florida.
I had
And
no
I love
idea.
that because they like as scared as she is of storms. I wake up in the morning in Florida in the middle of the night, and our little house is whistling. Like it's got that kind of trainy whistle, and it's like shifting. And I was like, "What in the hell is happening?" I went downstairs. You know, you would think you would want to save your best friend, but I totally left
She
her.
went and
went
woke up
straight to the kids, and I was like, "Look, if I tell you to go get in the hallway, get in the hallway." And like went right back up and laid down in bed and went to sleep.
And I had no idea any of this was going on.
It was like super quick. So
Yeah.
I was just being extremely paranoid for whatever reason. But I didn't even wake them up. How
Yeah.
rude is that? Like,
Well, and there
whatever.
was some pretty big winds come through on
Yeah.
Tuesday. They were talking hurricane force winds. The
Mm.
Colony clocked one at 95 miles an hour.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
That
And
is
then I think the
wild.
next highest one I saw was DFW Airport was 77.
Oh my gosh. I know I checked our Ring doorbell camera and the tree was blowing real hard over our house.
Yeah.
But that's all I really could tell.
Yeah.
It didn't. And New Braunfels, we didn't have any bad weather
Yeah.
at all. It was like
Yeah.
insane.
It was like Waco and North.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now I have seen like Oklahoma has shitty weather.
oh
Like,
my God. I feel so bad.
I don't think you could pay me enough to live in Oklahoma with the kind of storms that they get all the time. Hell no.
Clint and his dad, because they've spent years. Clint's dad has fixed mobile homes for the last 30 years.
Mhm.
They've talked about starting a business and going up to Oklahoma. I'm like, we would never be broke.
Mm-mm.
I mean, we'd be fixing them.
Mhm.
All
Well,
the time.
and a lot of people, like I've seen tips that they do when they have like big storms, when they know like storms are coming,
Mhm.
they make sure that their kids' devices are charged. A lot of them do have storm shelters up there.
Mm.
So like I've seen like a bunch of TikToks and stuff that where they get their storm shelters ready. They have
Yeah.
like all their important stuff is in a box, and then they've got like a backpack that's got like a change of clothes for the kids and
Oh, yeah.
snacks and stuff. And they've got,
Mhm.
but it's just like,
Chelsea's given tips we totally forgot to say. Putting the kids in the bathtub. Now, I did remember that one of the tornado tips is to find the most center point of your
you put as many. Rick Mitchell from NBC5 says
Mhm.
it the best. You put as many walls between you and the outside as you can,
Yes.
and you get as low as you can.
low as you can, and put a
So-
mattress on top of you.
Yeah, blankets, anything like that. Kids,
Mhm.
bicycle helmets. I've seen people do that for their kids.
Yeah.
And if you've got a baby like that's still in a carrier, put that kid in that carrier.
Oh, that's a good. I never would have thought
Mhm.
about that.
There was one time when Shane was really little that we had to get,
Mm.
and I just put the carrier
That
in the
is
bathroom.
very smart, y'all. Very smart.
Yeah, because if something happens and that carrier gets picked up, they're
Yeah.
going to be safer in that carrier than they would not.
Yes, and I have heard. My mom reminded me of this when she was a kid. If you're living on a farm with animals like horses, just
You
let them
open the
go.
pens.
Yeah, just open
Mhm.
the pens and let them go because
Yeah.
they can outrun it
Yeah.
faster than we can.
So do you remember in school when we used to have tornado drills
Yeah, we'd go sit in the hallway.
and put a book over your head?
Yeah, what is a book gonna do?
If something falls on top of you,
I mean, I guess if that's all you got.
but nowadays they don't do that. Like nowadays they will cancel school. And I think it really started happening after I want to say it was the 2005 Moore, Oklahoma
Oh,
tornado that I would think
mhm.
that was an EF4. It ended up I think it hit an elementary school, if I'm remembering
Yeah.
correctly. That was a huge thing. And I think
That was
I
wild.
want to say that's when I started to realize that they were letting school out early or not having that day
Yeah.
if there was a certain kind of risk.
Yeah, I feel like as we get on in years, they're just canceling school. Like they're just gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
call it, even for the slightest of snowstorm. Which my friend in Canada,
You better wait until snow.
She
If
laughs.
them buses can run, man. They're
Mhm.
gonna run.
She laughed so hard because it's like we barely get 5 flakes on the ground and the whole towns are shut down,
Oh.
and they get blizzards that are like 10 feet of snow, and their
Yeah.
school is still going.
Oh, that's like Brandon. I was like, "Do you guys get snow days?" And he was like, "No." He's
No.
like, I think only ever like once or twice was school canceled because of snow." And I was like, "Meh, okay, whatever." I was like,
Oh my
"That's
gosh.
not fun."
Yeah, Chelsea's right nowadays. It's shooting drills,
Yeah.
instead of all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
That's a whole other topic.
Yeah,
we can't open
we,
that can
we
of worms.
cannot open that can of worms today. But yeah,
Yeah.
just unplug your stuff for power outages, and rely on
Have
your
a plan
friends.
in place.
Have a plan. Call the people that are around you. Don't be afraid to go to a neighbor's and be like, "Look, I need to go to the bathroom, or I need to take a shower,
Mhm.
or something." Because
Yeah.
somebody's got to. We should act as a village and take care of one another versus,
Mhm.
hoarding or being selfish or whatever.
Yeah. So we got about 30 seconds before we're going to take a break.
Oh yes.
You guys need to be sure to refill your cups.
I'm gonna go chew some ice.
We'll make sure she does it off air.
Yes, we have so much more to talk about. We want to talk more about flooding and scams that happen after storms, and oh my gosh! And then I got some juicy reality.
Oh, and I have
My
something
sister
fun too.
needs to listen up. She better stay tuned.
Mm.
All right.
All right, fill those glasses. We'll be right back, you guys.
Are you ready for this?
Attention all business owners and creative minds. Do you need a unique and personalized touch for your products? Look no further than Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs. We offer custom laser engraving services for a variety of products, including promotional items and corporate or personal gifts. With state-of-the-art equipment and a team of skilled designers, we can engrave intricate designs on virtually any material. Whether it's a special message, a company logo, or a custom design, Romika Laser Engraving will help you make your mark. And the best part, our prices are affordable and our turnaround time is quick.
I couldn't be happier with the work Romika Laser Engraving did for me. The engraving on my product was precise and exactly what I wanted.
So don't wait any longer to add a personal touch to your products. Call Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs today at 817-400-4040 or visit our website at romikadesigns.com. We look forward to helping you make your mark.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1820. 855-325-1820. That's 855-325-1820.
1, 2, 3, now we're playing with the big boys. Gonna take it to the street, now we're gonna make a big noise. Gonna climb so high, now we're rising up. Are you ready now? Turn it up.
Woo, I love it. Welcome back. Ooh, my girl Emma just pulled into the chat. What's up, girl? We just want to throw a huge shout out to NTX Radio, formerly Joco Community Radio. It is a member of EMG, a radio and podcast collective, proudly serving all of North Texas. We are live 365 on the TuneIn Radio Network and our station app. So just download it for free. Check out our lineup and more at ntxradio.com. And we just want to thank our valued partners in helping us amplify the voices of North Texas. Be sure to connect with Todd Hurd and Associates, attorneys at law for your civil law needs at texasattorneylaw.com. And you need to use the code JOCO2024 for 25% off your first order at thetiffy.com. Lots of goods. Processing credit cards? Join the Swipe Nation today and save on processing fees at swipenationusa.com. It is locally owned and operated. And we are ready to deliver the right message to the right people at the right time. So just reach out to us at ntxradio.com at t.herd@ntxradio.com for advertising rates. Get this, as low as only $50 a month. Advertise with us, guys. We would love to rep your business, get you some customers, all that good stuff. So, Kathy's on too. Girl, you entered at the right time because it is time for
reality.
Some reality.
Need you to
Okay.
spill it.
So we have closed down Vanderpump for the season, and the reunions have gotten real dicey because everybody's really being cutthroat this time. And I think, and we're doing a lot of flashbacks, and what's cool about the flashbacks is they're eating their own words.
Nice.
Which I always love.
Oh, yeah.
Love that. I mean, granted, I probably don't want that to happen to me, but it does. It does. So there's that. And then I think we talked about the new Golden Bachelor. Right? Did we talk about that?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
we did talk about that, so I'm excited for that to happen.
I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna watch it with you.
You
Maybe if I
are.
come over and watch it at your house, I will actually watch it.
We'll watch it. We also need to get together for the rest of some Survivor.
Yes.
We got to get back on that.
Yep.
Yes, Chelsea Bridgerton. That is the big season.
I just finished the first half of season 3.
Yes, it is so good. That's not quote unquote underneath my little umbrella of reality TV. But I do love some good Bridgerton, and I love all the filters that are happening on TikTok.
Yes.
But something else, guys.
Yes, you were writing notes when you came in. You're like, hold on, I have to write this down.
Are y'all ready for this? I know there's some fans out there, and I know there's some non-fans, and one of my fans is listening right now. Vampire Diaries is coming back with a season 9. Holy moly. Insane. the TikToks that are going across with them going on these little public appearances.
Yeah.
I think they just wrapped up season 9. So I think it's going to
Mm.
air maybe later this year. I don't know. I haven't gotten that information yet. But yes, Vampire Diaries is back with all the original Ian Somerhalder, fine human being. He just is. Yes, it is, Chelsea. It is. There's
it isn't. I've seen things.
They're making a lot of appearances, and Ian has been saying stuff on his social medias from what I have found out.
All right.
And last little fun thing, just personally.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, I have a video Zoom call to be an extra.
On what?
On the 5th season of Stranger Things.
I would love that. That would be so awesome.
I just did it on a whim on Facebook, and they literally emailed me and they're like, sure, let's do a Zoom call. I'm like, I'm so in it. Like, do I get out all my 80s gear? No, I'll be professional. But yes, I had to share that. So I'll have to let y'all know how that goes.
I love it.
Yes. Okay. We have a new segment.
We do. I'm
Miss
so excited
Kim over
about
here
this.
is bringing some new Flavor Flav to the show. So tell us.
This started because my husband sends me these links all the time.
Okay.
Because we get a good laugh out of it.
Mhm.
So I know you guys have heard of the Am I the Asshole?
I've heard of this. Yes.
So I want to start.
Oh
I'm
my
going to read you
gosh.
guys. I have a good one.
Okay.
So me and Brandon, we read them for the comment section because that's where people get unhinged.
Oh.
But I want your opinion
Okay.
on if this girl is the asshole or not.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
And I want y'all's opinion too.
All right, let's go.
So her first question, am I the asshole for not allowing my guests to poop at my house?
Oh.
Oh, just wait. So she's 42 and her husband's 49. They own a home and enjoy hosting friends and relatives. Here's the thing. She says, I'm completely disgusted by the thought of other people's poop. The thought of another person that's not me or my husband defecating in my house fills me with disgust, dread, and anxiety. As such, it's always been a policy in my house that guests are not allowed to poop in my toilet. I am very clear on this whenever guests come over. Guests are allowed to pee in our bathroom, but that's it. If they really need to go number 2, I just ask that they please go somewhere else and do that. I have made this policy clear to all of our guests in the past and has never been an issue. My husband has always disagreed with me on this, and I can tell he thinks I'm being ridiculous, but he doesn't fight me on it. So I'm going to paraphrase this next little part. So they have another couple come over to their house. They have a little too much to drink. They crash out on the couch.
Mhm.
The next morning, she is appalled when she to find evidence that someone had recently pooped in the downstairs bathroom. Without being TMI, there was that lingering stink smell mixed with Febreze and markings in the toilet bowl.
Skid marks.
She angrily marched over to her guest in the living room and told him that the bathroom, and it stinks in there and all this stuff. And she's like, I've said that I have one big rule in the house. And if they want to act like pigs, then they aren't welcome to stay over anymore. And the girl was like, I had to go, and so they get into this whole big old discussion about it. And she admitted that, she was a little bit harsh, but I told her what she did was disgusting, unsanitary, and that it was disrespectful to me to violate my boundaries like that by getting her germs all over my bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
So the girl she was saying all this to got defensive, called her insane. She said we had a little back and forth, and her and the other friend decided to leave. She left my house crying. My husband was irritated with me and said that I was unfair to Courtney and should apologize and that I should stop enforcing this rule in general. I told him my reaction was fair because she was being disrespectful of my boundaries, and she could have easily driven 5 minutes down the road to a public bathroom, but chose not to. We haven't heard from them since.
Don't blame her.
Am I the asshole for not allowing the guests to poop at my house?
Yes,
and
you
calling
are.
someone out for it?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Number 1. Oh my gosh, this has got me going. Number 1, there is not a human on this planet that does not go to the bathroom.
I know.
And
I have a book. It's called Everybody Poops.
everybody poops. I have a friend that has a book in her bathroom that says, when you poop, describe your poop and rate it. It's
I've seen those.
It's the
I've seen
greatest
those,
book
yeah.
ever. But for her to ask, and it's not just 5 minutes down the road, it's getting in your car, it's leaving, it's getting somewhere, and maybe you have to wait. That's totally unreasonable.
Well, the thing to me is like she makes it sound like these people aren't using the toilet, like they're doing it in the sink or like
Yes.
smearing it all over the walls, or
yeah,
that
is completely unreasonable. Like,
she got eaten alive in the
oh,
comment
I
section.
believe it, because that is like, it is not disgusting. Yes, nobody enjoys other people's poop, but everybody does it. It's not disgusting. I mean, yes, but no. Oh, that's crazy. I love this segment. So yes, we're gonna have to do this.
I figured that would be a
week.
fun one to start you off with.
That lady, poor Courtney. Courtney, be my friend, girl.
So sad.
You come over to my house and poop.
Good for you and
anytime.
Mike not talking to them anymore.
You keep your boundaries up, girl. You don't go back to that non-pooping lady. Oh my gosh, that's wild.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I love this. We're gonna keep doing this, right?
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh,
you have
yes.
millions?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brandon sends me. I get a few a week from him.
I love that. Philip is just tuning in. So if you just missed that, we're going to start playing a segment that's called Am I the Asshole?
Am I the asshole?
Am I the Asshole? I
Mhm.
love that. That's so fun. Okay. So let's get back into this a little bit.
Yeah.
I do want to quickly talk about, because I know this is really big going on right now, flooding.
Oh my gosh.
Flooding is all over the place.
My neighbor's yard looks like a lake.
Yeah, it's so
bad.
bad. One thing's for sure, and Clint's dad's yard flooded, and there was like garfish.
That's crazy. We had ducks in our neighborhood the other day, like in a puddle, thinking it was a pond. The kids loved it.
I'm sure the ducks are very happy to have millions of homes. But I did flooding tips, and Philip is he's super awesome. He actually went and boarded up windows in Mansfield because they got hit.
They got hit pretty hard.
hard. So that was really awesome that he did that. But flooding tips: don't walk in the flooded waters.
No?
Not only because like barefoot, or you know what I mean, like in shoes.
Well, hell, it can sweep you off your feet.
It can sweep you off your feet. You don't know what's in there. And then like even like mostly too in your house, you don't know what electric currents could be going on.
Oh, smart. I didn't think about inside the house. So you say don't walk in it. My mind automatically goes to outside.
Yeah. No, if your house is flooding on the inside, you need to make sure you're not walking in it, because you don't. And yeah, again, unplug as much as possible.
Okay.
And don't lock yourself in your house if it's flooded. You need to get out and get up. Because you can get trapped in there or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, the walking in the floodwaters, that was like, okay.
I didn't think about that.
I didn't either. When I read that, I was like, that makes all the sense.
Yeah.
And even outside, like flooding right outside your house,
You don't know what's in
there's
that water.
snakes. You just don't want to risk it. Don't risk it for the biscuit, y'all.
No.
So yeah, those are the flooding tips. What does he say? 4 inches of swift water can move a 2,500-pound vehicle.
Yeah.
There it is, y'all.
So yeah.
Such good information. Thank you, Philip. Yes. So keep that in mind. I mean, a little bit of water.
Don't drive into it. What is the saying? Turn around, don't drown.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard that before.
Oh my God. Although I have driven through.
Oh, his daughter Emma,
deep.
she
And it
got stuck.
It wasn't rushing water. It was still, and I just needed to get to the other side.
You're like, I can do this.
I did. My kids were like, do it. And I was like, here we go.
The friends that we went to New Braunfels with, they have a Jeep SUV.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this fancy doodad has the button on there that you push it and it like lifts it.
Nice.
I was like, what in the
fancy pants?
Oh, it was so cool. I was like, that's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, poor Emma. She got caught in waters. Her car got stuck and they had to
high water rescue is no joke.
Yeah. It was really crazy.
Yeah. They had some pretty bad flooding in Garland.
Oh, did they
on
really?
Tuesday? Yeah.
Well, I just read there's one lake somewhere, and it doesn't have to do with a lot of the storms, but one lake is shut down for the entire summer because of some bad snail that is bad. I don't know.
Okay. Random.
Yeah, you know me, guy. Yeah, I'm like all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so those are a lot of the tips and tricks. reach out to, I'm sure Philip can agree, or maybe he can help point in the right direction because he was a firefighter. Like,
Mhm.
get your firefighters. They can help you in
Mhm.
those kinds of situations. High ground. Don't stay in your house. I mean, things are important, but not more important than
Yeah.
your life.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. So let's talk about, so storms are coming to an end, we hope.
Mhm.
Damage happens.
Yeah.
A lot.
Mhm.
What people come knocking at your door, Kim?
Oh, well, the scammers have
Mhm.
approached.
Are we talking roofers or windows or
Well,
what?
let's see. So I got a phone call today.
Mhm.
So my mom passed away 2019, I believe,
Mhm.
or 2018.
2018.
2018. And I got a phone call for her today. Somebody was looking for her.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
And they wanted to talk to me. They said Mrs. Petty, and I was like, "Can I help you?" That's my maiden name. And they're like, "Oh, well, we want to talk to you about your property on South Moore Street in Arlington." First of all, nobody lives there anymore.
Yeah.
And it was never their property to begin with. It was some rental thing.
Oh gosh.
And I was like, "You're looking for my mother?" And he was like, nobody knows how to say my mom's first name. So I get it. And I was like, "Oh, she passed away."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, who owns the house now?" And I was like, "Well, nobody ever did. It's a rental property." And he
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Yeah, scam on, dude."
Yeah.
Like,
so I did read, how to tell the difference in scams versus like somebody really just trying to, get business.
fish for information.
Yeah,
Mhm.
is they'll ask questions that don't necessarily pertain to the service.
Yeah.
But then they'll also majorly underquote you to get your business.
Yeah.
And then they'll try to over
Yeah.
it. And then I think they try to get like information from they want you to give them your insurance information so they can reach out.
Mhm.
And
That's not how you do that. You call your insurance company.
Yeah.
And I like the ones that like, "Oh, well, we're with, XYZ roofing company and we're going to be out in your area." No, I'm good.
I really can't stand, and the best thing is people know your neighbors, like know them, because Philip and Laura, I know them well. And I love when the scammers come to my door and they're like, "Well, Margaret right next door." And I'm like, "Oh, really?"
And you're like, "Yeah, Margaret."
When did Margaret move in?
Yeah.
I hate that when they're
You'd
like,
be like,
"Well,"
"Oh, Laura changed her name?"
yeah. It's like they're like, "Well, the Weinstein's around the corner." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." I'm like, "No, I have
Yeah, they just make things up.
make random crap up. Like,
Mhm.
I can tell your windows have never been why are you
Oh,
looking at my
why?
house?
Don't look at my house.
Go away."
Yeah, so you contact your
Mhm.
insurance company.
Yes.
Or if you don't have an insurance company,
Mm-hmm.
you contact whatever contractor it is that you're needing.
Yeah.
These people that come and knock on your doors, and it always happens after we have hail.
It does.
We called the next morning after we had our big hailstorm last year, and they were like, "Do you need us to come out and tarp your roof?" And I was like, "No, we don't have any holes." Like
Yeah.
they would have come out and set up, temporary, because we had more rain coming.
Do I need to tarp your face?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Try
But
to
no,
breathe.
it was the company that we used that we reached out to.
Yeah.
But they will, I feel like car dealerships will do it too.
Mhm.
Because I mean, those cars, they're sitting out there. Of course they're gonna get hail damage.
Oh yeah.
Then they have these hail deal sales.
Oh
and
yeah.
I wonder how big of a discount are they really getting on these cars?
Oh, I know.
I mean,
Yeah.
car prices are insane to begin with.
Oh, they
but
really are.
Yeah.
Philip says, "Just tell them your contractor lives next door." I do.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I do. I'm like, Psh, I got the hookup. I don't need
Yeah.
I don't need it. Yeah, the scams are and it's gonna happen literally next week. You all can expect several calls, drive-by, stop-bys, ringing your doorbells. I mean,
We don't get too many people out knocking on our door because we're out
Yeah.
in the country, but the phone calls.
Oh, we get it.
I like them. We're going to be out in your neighborhood. Really? Can you even point to it on a map? Like,
I need to educate Asher, my 5-year-old. I need to educate him to not scream, "Mommy, someone's at the door."
yeah.
Shut up.
Like, oh, God, I don't want to talk to anybody at the door.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
kids always run to the opposite side of the house and like, "Mom, somebody's at the door." And I'm like, "Well, who's it?" They're like, "I don't know." And I'm like, ugh.
Mm.
Meanwhile, the dog's freaking out.
Oh, I know. Titan does the same thing. I'm like, shh, don't tell him we're home.
Right?
Ah,
Turn off the lights and hide.
I know. That's where we've come. Like, it used to be that you answered her door, and
Yeah.
now it's like, no. I don't
No.
answer my door.
Well, and I guess people who are soliciting out in your neighborhood, they're supposed to have permits through the city. They're supposed to have visible like credentials, like some kind of name tag or whatever. They're supposed to get a permit through the city to do that.
Yes.
Some of them do. A lot of them don't.
Yes. And that was part of the tips that I totally forgot about, was make sure they have a permit to be doing what they're doing.
Mhm.
Otherwise, they need to get on and get out.
Yeah.
God, I'm so sorry, guys. So annoying. It's like, how many cigarettes did you smoke today, Alyssa? None. It's just part of it.
Part of it.
Yeah, the scamming is it's gonna happen. And if you guys need good contractors, we've both been through some things. And then obviously my neighbor, like you just said, he is a contractor, and get personal referrals before you just call up some random.
Do your research.
Yes.
Definitely do your research. I always look for, I go on and I find if they have any kind of social media, I read reviews, and then I go into like some of the Facebook groups that I am and search that name to see if people are saying these actual reviews about them.
Yes.
Just in case, because, how easy is it to just slap a 5-star review on something?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to squirrel again. God, it's bad today, guys. So, because of that, what you're saying, me and Clint did, and I know, we created a Facebook page.
Yeah.
You can find, all the restaurant, like you can find out like what restaurants serve their menus. You can find out, customer reviews for a restaurant, but there's not anything really out there that's only for drink specials and appetizers.
Yeah, you have to wade through like pages of stuff to find that
and the research alone is just like so mind numbing. So me and Clint, yes, I'm totally plugging our stupid page, but it's not like a paid for thing. We're not seeking money or anything.
No, but you can go on there and find an honest review of something. Yeah.
We want everyone involved. It's called the Happy Appy, APP /Y, Happy Appy Hour, and put out there like where you find your favorite appetizers, what it is. And then like I just found out yesterday that Torque in between Joshua and Burleson does dollar beer on Wednesdays.
Nice.
So I was like, okay,
I always forget about that place.
Me too. And so these are the things I want people putting on our pages, that Facebook page, so that
do the same thing with your contractors.
Yes.
Like I always try to like leave a review with something like, we hired Old Pro here in town. And I went on and I left a, a review. The guy we had was great. They got it all quickly done, faster than I thought it was going to be. But
we stopped at a breakfast place called Granny D's on by Canyon Lake, I think it was. And the lady that was our waitress, her name was Deanna, and oh my gosh, she was so helpful, so nice. They make this jelly in-house called bumblebee jelly.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
A good jelly.
She gave me 3 little ones to take home, and she's like, you can buy it by the jar. I was like, I don't know yet. But she was so pleasant, and she genuinely asked, for us to leave a review. So we did. That's what we need to be doing, people. We need to be like sharing the information with each other.
Yeah.
So anyways,
it's not like the thing at the Walmart when the self checkout and like rate your experience. First of all, I don't work here, and I just had to check myself out.
Yeah.
So no,
I'm not going to bag my groceries for me.
Well, and I've had like there's been not customers, the employee working the monitoring the self checkout ask, be sure to leave me a review.
I'm not leaving you a review.
For what?
You stood
there real good today.
Yeah, good job. Good job in holding your little Palm Pilot.
Right. And I had to call you over to come check my ID so I could buy my wine. Like
the people at Walmart that I will leave a review on are the grocery people. When you get an order.
Oh yeah.
If they're like super nice to me.
The curbside?
Yes.
Yeah. Because they can't accept tips.
I know.
But I did learn because I think the very first time I ever used the HEB curbside, I tried to tip him and he was like, we can't take tips. He's like, but you can go on and leave a review. And I guess they get like incentives and stuff through that.
Okay.
They get gift cards and all sorts of things.
Amazon does that.
Yeah.
I think if you rate your package or whatever, I think you can type in something, you get something goes back to the driver.
Yeah, there was like a 3-day period where it was like an instant. They got an instant tip from Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why we don't tip us.
Right.
Tip us for listening to us.
Tip us for listening
I'll
to
take tips in wine, beer,
right?
chocolate, candies, whatever.
Candies.
Yes.
Tea. No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't wait. Guys, we're getting presents.
We are. I'm very excited.
We're getting these little cute cases that you carry your teacup and you put little tea in, and it's like a little lunchbox, but it's for your teacup.
Yeah. So, today we've got, these are just plastic like wine goblets that we're drinking our sweet tea out of. But when we drink our hot tea, we have to bring our teacups in.
Yes.
And I always just put them in my lunchbox and they like clang together. And I'm like, I'm not going to wrap them.
You should see the way we bring our teacups in. We're like stressed out the whole time. So to get our own little.
It's a caddy that's all protected and it's got little slots to put extra tea bags and a spoon. And I'm so excited.
Yes. Yes. Sorry.
No.
We
squirreled.
Yeah.
Big time.
We did squirrel.
We've got a couple of minutes left.
Yeah. Guys, make sure you stay with us every Thursday night at 7. We talked all things weather. If you know somebody that's in need, put their needs out there because everybody has
something.
It's summer, but spring cleaning is still there. You can give people things. People lost homes.
Some people lost everything.
Everything. Yeah. And it's so like we should be a community that shares things. So any way you can help, just find ways to do it. It's not hard, I promise.
Yeah.
Everybody knows somebody that got affected by this weather. So
I'm sure.
So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready for this super rainy weekend. Can't wait.
Yeah, I know. What are you doing this week?
Weekend.
I say week until
I don't
next
know.
Thursday.
I don't have any plans.
No?
Nothing.
Oh.
It's all
sad.
I know. You're making lobster rolls, and that's kind of selfish that I didn't get an invite. I'm just kidding.
I had steak tonight. I'm making lobster tomorrow.
She's like living this.
I'm going to Fredericksburg on Monday.
I know. Listen to this. I'm like, what in the world?
I am living that bougie life.
I love it. I'm so excited for it.
No, it's our Cook Across America thing, and tomorrow is Maine.
I love it.
We've been keeping up with it. I think everything we've made, we've really liked.
Yes, I love
it. Except for that Cincinnati chili, that first week was not good. We'll not be doing that again. But tomorrow is Maine, and we are lobster rolls on homemade buns.
Yes.
Bacon bread.
Well, y'all make sure you tune in next week. I'll let you know how my audition goes with the being an extra on Stranger Things. Yes.
That would be so fun.
Yes. I can't wait. So y'all have a good weekend. Stay dry. Wear your rubber boots. Be careful.
Yep.
And we'll talk to y'all next week.
Don't forget, sip it, spill it, and savor it.
Yeah, that too.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County. Joco Community Radio.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No, no one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now, to learn more.